So 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2022,
2022.
Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, 4 people. Ethan did not live in the home, but the 3 girls did with 2 of their roommates. They were home around, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning, whatever. Someone came in, murdered them, and left. 2 of the roommates, or maybe 3, I'm not sure, were in the house and heard commotion. One of them actually saw Brian walk by her while she opened the door to her room, and they were not harmed. He left. Well, allegedly Brian. He left. They waited hours before calling the police. They then called the police. Police showed up, found the 4 of them murdered. It's just been so strange. So, I mean, I remember seeing that morning, and it was just like, what? And then the cops were like, "There's no concern." I mean, granted, I'm not in Idaho, so I wasn't like that's concerned that it was going to happen to me. But they kept telling people, "There's no concern. Don't worry about it. Like we're not concerned about who this person is and them coming back, essentially." And then a couple days later, they pop out with Brian Kohberger and said that he was the guy. And I have yet to hear a motive. I don't know if they talked about that on the stuff you listen to, but that's what I'm dumbfounded by, is because there are no connections that they've been able to identify between him and these group of people, and therefore have not been able to provide a motive. And I'm just so confused.
So I mean, I remember when these happened, some were talking about it on the radio and, all that stuff and hearing about it. So the thrust of this is this guy, Brian Kohberger, or whatever his name is, may not have been the guy.
So let me add just a little additional color. Charles's layout was good. The murders happened at 4 a.m. The 4 people were stabbed to death. 2 of the roommates survived. 1 came out of her room to see what was happening, and the suspect walked right by her, like literally within feet, straight out the door, like in a daze. She had mentioned at that point, which ended up being a important tip for the law enforcement, that the guy had a mask on, but he had bushy eyebrows. They waited. This is one of the things that the defense is going to bring up. They waited 8 hours to call the police. They ordered food. They called their parents.
They ordered
friends.
That. Okay.
Yeah. They ordered. That's why she was up at 4 a.m, because she had ordered food and thinking it was the delivery guy.
Okay.
And then the first clue that the police get is they pull video footage from the surrounding areas, and they see this white Hyundai Elantra driving near the house 3 times around the times of the murder. The second clue is they find a knife sheath in the house, which has some DNA on it, but nobody in their database has that DNA